6 for 6 in this young season as we enter the final corner. There's Moreno. I think he tried to pit. I think he tried to pit there going into the final corner, and he will, so he does not have the fuel. He waited until the last lap. Does Jurgensmeyer have enough to get around? White flag.
Well, echo what was said about the 2015 Cup Series Pocono race. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer is thinking, man, I wish I was saving a whole bunch that entire last run now that he knows Ethan Fonseca Moreno's out of fuel. There is a lot of racetrack between him and Justin Rott. It's going to be completely into conservation mode for the 0-0. Ethan Fonseca Moreno is simply making a defensive move. He's going to actually lose the spot to Benson. He is not going to have a chance to win this race.
And it doesn't look like he's going back out either, so it was a shot at the race win, and it is not going to stick for the driver of the 077. 2 lap cars in front of Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. It's Trevor Haley and the 52 of Charlie Byer who'll try to get out of his way. But Jurgensmeyer, does he have the fuel to get around as he's halfway through this final lap? The gap between him and Justin Rott sits at 7 seconds. That's the gap. That's all he has to contend with as far as saving fuel. He has been on this stint for the better part of 18, going on nearly 19 and 20 laps for the driver of the 0-0. And all he has to do is wrap around this next straightaway, and it might just be enough. No track, no cars on the nearest vicinity of the racetrack as this 0-0 of Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, who's driven a great race on his own right, and he could practically coast it from here after holding off Ethan Fonseca Moreno, Justin Rott, and everybody in the fuel-saving strategy. It is the one stop that works for Jonathan Jurgensmeyer as he wraps around the final chicane. He'll win from Montreal.
What a job.
Does the white flag fly? Barney, what do you say? And there it is, white flag in the air. This will be a 60-lap race. Final lap here at Watkins Glen. And Jonathan Jurgensmeyer has 2 seconds to defend. They're side by side again, I think, in the battle for 3rd place. And then ignore what it says in the top left. The white flag is out on the flag stand. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer just has to make it around through the bus stop and through 3 more corners. Fuller is a 1.5 seconds behind. If he just needs to clear a little bit earlier to have the runway, to maybe saved a little bit more tyre while sat behind, but obviously had to work up towards that fight as well. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. Come round the final corner. We'll get confirmation again from Barney. The checkered flag is going to be out here. And it's going to be the 0-0. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer, who pulls off the fuel-safe strategy. 1 stop.
These guys definitely showing some strength out here tonight. They are in the restart zone. Our second green-white checker is underway. Zach Cato giving a good push to the back bumper of the 2. Bauman on the outside. We have 2 laps to go for the 4-Wide Racing Series from Talladega. Now Cato is clear of his teammates on the outside, and there's the move for Zach Cato. Now we'll see if they can build any kind of momentum heading down the back straightaway. The 2 got to try to hold steady there on the bottom. Has the 60 in behind him, but the Dark Horse cars lined up 3 in a row. Heading into 3 and 4, just going to need to generate a little bit more momentum there. It's Curtis Kelly in the 71 right back in the mix now. Steve Maggio as well in the 51. That outside lane just doesn't have quite enough momentum yet. Now Kelly going to pull up in front of the 23, going to stack them up just a little bit, but it might be the help that they needed, breaking the momentum of the inside. Now Cato looking like he's going to go all the way to the wall, going to get shoved out of line. The white flag is out. 1 lap to go from Talladega. Jonathan in the 2 continuing to lead this one around. Maggio's going to go around off the nose of the guys. This is the big one out of turn 2. A ton of cars in it. We'll get a look at that in just a little bit. Michael Walls, Curtis Kelly on the outside with Nick Bauman going to drive down into 3 and 4. Need to get on the door of the 2 and the 60. Now Bauman leaves Curtis Kelly all by himself. The 60 getting a big shot from the 88. The 90 car is coming as well. The 2 going to try to work both lanes of traffic. The 3 wide in behind Jonathan. Right now does not look like anyone's going to have a chance. Now they're going to wreck again. Going to leave a walk away here as they come to the checker flag. It will be the 2 of Jonathan getting it done here this evening in a wild.
The race is official. We will race it out no matter what happens. And it's Jonathan Jurgensmeyer and Justin Rohr who will take that white flag. 1 lap to go, and it is going to be Tristan Maher on the high side trying to fight this one back with the support of Michael Walls. Cameron Caldwell waiting third in line, trying to find something, anything there to go to the high side. Philip Scott is going to follow and give the support. No, Caldwell's going to actually go low. Fates Walls onto the high side. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer and Justin Rohr continuing to push on the low lane. They're 2 trucks clear right now. And I'm not sure who's going to be able to contest them on that high side. Maher doesn't have the numbers with Caldwell. They're coming through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Alex Kerfin is going to give Justin Rohr a shot. Then they go further up. Rohr is into the wall. They're blocking. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer might spin. He's going to hold on to it. They're all going to wreck behind. The 00 has a run. Tristan Maher is going to follow. But after heartbreak in the opening stage, Jurgensmeyer bounces back and provisionally wins it at Talladega. And oh my good.
I tried to still count down races towards the end of that Indianapolis race. All it took was 1 really good restart from Michael Walls for me to not give a countdown anymore. Then I just said, I'm going to go into this general location. That could be what Mikey Neal does here on our first attempt of overtime. A great restart for him and Jurgensmeyer, and even Dahari, as Porter will fall back to 3rd. Jurgensmeyer has a great run, but he's going to continue pushing the 8 as we approach turns 1 and 2. Dahari clears for 3rd.
Saw Bauman, he moved up to the top side of the racetrack, so now Mikey Neal, he's going to be in full defense mode down the backstretch here. Going to try to defend as they are 3 wide for the 2nd position. Kind of exactly what Mikey Neal wants to see. He wants to see these guys fighting each other, allowing him to pull forward. Now, if Gabriel Dahari could find a way to get clear for 2nd, he's right in this mix as Mikey Neal trying to power it off the 4th corner here at Auto Club. Dahari going to get clear for 2nd, and now Mikey Neal's going to take the white flag, and he's going to have Gabriel Dahari hunting him down for the race win.
Does he have enough left in the tank, Mikey Neal, for this race win? We have taken the white flag. This race will be official no matter what. And now, which line do you run? You see the 72 run up high. He's going to have a big run here on Mikey Neal. He's going to have to be up to the 8 to defend this big run. You see the draft is going to play a role. Which way does he go? He peeks to the bottom, not letting the 72 go to the inside, forces Dahari to go to the outside. Dahari tries to switch it up. There's Jurgensmeyer, ready to pounce if anything happens to the top 2. Dahari is starting to creep down low, and he gets into Neal. He'll spin Neal off the corner. Jonathan Jurgensmeyer goes by both of them. He'll steal the win from Auto Club.
It's like Moreno out in front. The outside lane has been the dominant lane. Moreno gets it outside. It's going to be tough to get him. Pace cars off. Back into the Iron Reynolds restart zone. Green flag back in the air. A really good launch from the outside. Hunter is going to round on the front straightaway. If he keeps it on the apron, it won't be a caution, but there's only 1 attempt. The caution comes out, it is over. As Moreno is clear, the outside lane stacking up a little bit. Jurgensmeyer side by side with Parker down the back straightaway. Good run for everyone down the back stretch. Moreno tries to block both lanes. He goes to the top lane through turn number 1, so 3 and 4. Moreno's going way up the racetrack. Jurgensmeyer almost gets to the inside. Parker with a good run on the bottom. Can he clear off the exit? They're 3 wide for the lead. 1 lap to go here from Homestead. There's contact. There's still 3 wide down the front straightaway to 1. Final time. 1 to go here from Homestead. Dohari in the middle. Moreno at the top. Parker on the bottom. White flag off of turn number 2. Moreno trying to fight, trying to hold off on the outside lane. DeHart run to the middle. They're going to make contact. They're all going to wreck down the back straightaway. They're going to try and save it. Up and top is Jonathan Jurgensmeyer. Jurgensmeyer survives all the carnage. He takes the lead through 3. Kisseweather up on the outside wall behind him. Not going to have enough of a run to get there. They're going to drag race for second. But Jonathan Jurgensmeyer wins at Homestead. Kisseweather will take second over Donny Kite.